welcome to our show today. I'm Doc Carball with Keller Williams Realty. I think by now you know my slogan, but if you don't, it's if you want opportunity to knock, you talk to Doc. I'm here with my co-host, Regina Pickle Lewis, and today, oddly enough, we are going to talk about senior citizens and the way that we can help senior citizens. And I was just explaining to Regina that the first time I went into a restaurant, which I won't name the name here in town, and they offered me the senior citizen discount, I cried because I was all upset because I couldn't believe that somebody thought I actually looked like a senior citizen. I guess in my mind I had this concept of, I guess, really looking very different than what I looked like. And when my waitress came over to the table, I go, "Do I look like a senior citizen?" And I was all puddled up, and she very smartly said, "Well, no, not at all. I'm surprised they did that to you." So I felt much better, and then Regina goes, "Well, no, I want that discount."
Look, I applied for AARP the first day I turned 50, and I use it everywhere I go.
So you're only 50?
51.
51.
And I think I should get senior discounts.
Okay. So
I'm retired.
So she's not offended by that at all. So if you see Regina around town and you got a senior citizens special, why, she'll take it with no questions asked, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, like I said, we're going to focus on senior citizens today, but before we do that, I do, of course, have to show the house of the month, so I'll let Joe get that house up and the photos for us, and we'll talk about that. And then after that, we'll talk a little bit about the senior citizens. All right, what I have here is a little house in Calhoun, and it's actually a mobile home on a permanent foundation. It's got a very nice kitchen, as you can see there. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, over 1,700 square feet on 2 acres. And what I like about the property is you also have a 3-car garage with 3 bays in it and an office beside it with another 2 buildings, storage buildings on top of that. So for $104,900, and right there's a picture of the garage, you've got a very nice, private, secluded little property that you can live on for not a lot of expense, and 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,700 square feet. So if you're looking for something like that where you want a little bit of privacy, but you're close to Vaca, you're close to Calhoun, and not far from Cleveland, this could be a pretty good property for you, and you know, everything is negotiable. So if that looked interesting to you, why, please give me a call.
How big's the lot?
The lot is just over 2 acres.
Wow, so you could actually build more onto the lot?
Yeah, or you could eventually just remove the mobile home and eventually put your own home there. But what I like is it's very secluded. You can't see any other houses by you at all, and it backs up. There's a hillside right behind you. So like I said, it's very quiet, and if you're want a man cave or something like that, that garage is perfect for that. Or if you're a lady who does crafts or quilting or things of that nature, then that extra building is there with the office, and it's a perfect place to do that. So anyway, check that out or give me a call, and I would be happy to show you that home. 1049. All right, let's talk about senior citizens. They're very dear to my heart. I have a mama that's living. She is 91 and a half years old.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. And so I got to thinking about needs of senior citizens, and every time I go home, and I was home with her for weeks this summer, you see the different things the senior citizens need and how they need help and things that we just take for granted. And so I'm going to talk about some of those and ways that we can help them and things that we can do for them. So here's some things that I kind of came up with a list, and if you think of anything, let's add to it. But of course, transportation. My mom cannot get to the beauty parlor, and I tell you what, she gets upset if she cannot see her beautician every single week. That is, for her age, that is a big deal that she has to go to the beauty parlor every
My mother goes every Friday morning at 10 o'clock.
Yep, exactly. And my mom's the same way. So getting them to the doctor's office or to the beauty parlor, things like that. My mom's had a stroke, so of course she cannot drive. So transportation is a big thing. Helping hands, someone to mow the lawn, trim the bushes. For my mom, it's filling up the bird feeders because she gets hours of enjoyment watching the hummingbirds and the different birds, things of that. Minor home repairs, things that they cannot do, but you know, she loves to watch people do things for her.
Well, you know, Doc, there's little things that neighbors can actually do. My mother is just in her mid-70s, and she's, you know, gets around real well, but her trash can. It's huge.
Can't pick it up?
And she actually, it's a struggle to move it out in, once a week. If, neighbors can just help move out, move back.
Yeah.
Changing light bulbs.
Yes.
Changing light bulbs, because I've seen her try to climb up.
Oh, yeah.
And how dangerous. But just small things like that.
Exactly. Giving them a phone call. It really doesn't take much to call them and talk to them for 5 or 10 minutes a couple times a week. One thing I love to have my mom do is tell me stories. At her age, she cannot remember how to get to the store, but if we take her out on a country road that she grew up on as a little girl, she can tell us who lived in that house, how to get there, and how to get to the next house, and who lived there. And she's got phenomenal stories. And I love to listen to her stories about growing up as a little girl and what kind of cars she had, and about the horses and the one-room schoolhouse and things of that nature. So it makes her feel important. And my mom has one good side. So when we do laundry, we have her fold the towels and the washcloths, because she can do it with one hand. Oh, and she just thinks that's great. She loves to stir the cookies and put them on the sheet, and she loves it. And she says, oh, I feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah,
so
that's important.
To make them feel needed is really important. And one thing we found out with my mom is using the mind. Like, we play games with her, like we'll put up letters of the alphabet and what animal starts with this letter. And she has to think. Sometimes it takes her a while. Sometimes she comes up with it really quickly. And just, playing games with them and, letting them win. And sometimes she honestly does win. So things like that. Making sure they eat at least one hot meal a day. Because I know sometimes at their age, my mom, before she even had her stroke, it was hard to cook. It was hard to even get some of the pans out. They'd get heavy. It was effort to cook.
Yeah, that's another thing, the heavy pans.
So meals on wheels, things of that nature. Have them go through their photo albums with you. That's one thing that's really fun, to go back through their history and their photo albums and talk about that. Help them pick out their clothing. I mean, when they got to go someplace special, my mom was telling me the other day she's going to her 62nd class reunion this coming Saturday, and she's already worried about what she's going to wear. So my sister went in and helped her pick out her clothes, because she was just all worried that she wouldn't look good for her class reunion. I can't even imagine a class reunion for that many years.
62.
Life Alert, that's another thing. If a senior does not have Life Alert, I highly encourage you to get that on them. I know when my mom had her stroke, she had it in the middle of the night. She got up to go to the bathroom, and that's when she had the stroke. And if she had not had that Life Alert on and pushed that button with her good hand, we don't know what would have happened.
Wow.
And so that Life Alert, I encourage all my friends with mothers, my age, or even your mom.
Or even me.
Yeah, you just never know. I mean, you just absolutely never know. And that absolutely did save her life. I'm a firm believer in that. And yeah, I mean, I'm older than you are, Regina, and I sometimes think about that. And I live alone, I'm thinking, wow, I wonder if I need Life Alert. I mean, you never know. So anyway, again, visits. My mom loves to have babies come visit her.
Babies?
Yeah, so she loves it when the church ladies bring the babies to visit her, and they're all happy and giggling. And when the babies start squawking, she's not so happy about that. But boy, when the baby's cooing and
loves
happy.
Loves the babies. What about that?
She loves the babies. Yeah, she's all about the babies. And she loves it when you bring your pets over.
Oh, my mom doesn't.
Really? Now, my mom just thinks that's the best.
Mom is not a pet person.
Yeah. So there are just some things that seniors need that are very simple things that we can do that, don't take a lot out of us.
A card.
Oh,
just a card. My mother loves, she'll call me and she'll say, guess who I got a card from today? Just thinking of you. That's very special to them to get actual mail, which is almost a thing of the past.
It is. What I like to do is go out and buy my mom those really big cards that you see at like gas stations and stuff like that. And I'll get her a great big card like this, because she just thinks that's just really something. And she'll have it sitting up there forever. So our focus today is definitely going to be on seniors and how to help them out. So what we're going to do today, our very first guest is Sharon Kelly. And I always drive by this building and it says Sharon's Adult Daycare on there. And I remember when my mom recovered from her stroke, my sister would drop her off at a place called Mommy Daddy Daycare. And she would spend the day there with people her age and have education and take naps and eat her meals. And they actually helped her to get better. And she had a lot of fun. And so I thought, well, what's in Cleveland that we can talk about that will help our seniors? So when we come back from the commercial break, we are going to talk with Sharon Kelly of Sharon's Adult Daycare. So we'll be back in just a moment. All right.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Alrighty, welcome back. We're here with our first guest. This is Sharon Kelly, Sharon's Adult Daycare. And I was telling them before you came on that I always drove by the building. I was always impressed with that, so I wanted to find out a little bit more about you. And I know you also have some facilities down in Chattanooga too, right?
That's correct. I've been doing adult day services now for 15 years. I'm a registered nurse, of course. You probably know that. I think I got RN on everything. I've been in the Cleveland community actually serving for about 3.5 years now. So I think I've been what, the well-kept secret?
I think so. So we are going to expose you today.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Appreciate
welcome. So we're going to try to make people aware of you. And Joe, whenever you get a chance, let's pull up those pictures of the facility so that those out there in the audience can look at those. And of course, this is the front of your building.
That's correct. I just enjoy the placement of where the center is actually located off the street. So it's not easy for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia to be able to, I guess, wander off. Also, the type of environment that you're looking at is a home-like environment. Actually, I took a storefront building in the Cleveland community and was able to make it look homey. Because that way people are not upset during the day and always wanting to go home because it looked like home.
Right. Well, I noticed you had the little patio out there, and the living room, dining room area was real cozy. You had the little outside area, and I think your associate April took me out and we looked at a little garden area that they were planting and growing some things in.
And just think they did that themselves.
Right.
They were able to do the artwork that came along with it. They were able to utilize some of the vegetables that they were able to grow during lunchtime. So it really made them feel like that what they were doing was meaningful. And I think that's a lot to activities when we're doing them for seniors, is to make sure that those activities are something that gonna make sense, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Now, your facility, I know one thing because you are a well-kept secret. How many people can you accommodate in a day, and they just come in for the day? So, like, how many people can you accommodate, and how many hours a day can they be there for? You know, how long can they be there for?
Well, right now in the state of Tennessee and in the Cleveland community, I'm licensed for 35 people a day. The facility is licensed for 35. That's one of the things. And the second, we have different types of programs where funding is available for people to be able to utilize the service. And I don't think people know about that. Like, for example, the veterans. I'm the only adult day center in Chattanooga and Cleveland. They have a contract with the VA to take care of our veterans on a daily basis. We're open from 7:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, of course. That's like 9.5 hours. You can bring your individual there from the time that we open until the time that we close. So during the day, you can do a half day or you can do a full day. A lot of people ask me all the time, Sharon, why we can't do a drop off? Well, can you imagine dropping someone off that's not utilized, not used to the facility?
Right.
And that distracts the whole center. So I always recommend that we utilize the center at least 2 days a week. So you can come from 5 days to 2 days a week at the center.
And when you say a veteran, of course, they can be from any of the wars that we've had. And I think I noticed when I was in there that it's not just necessarily seniors that you're working with.
No, people with mental disabilities. We have some of them as well. Some people that have multiple seizures. Of course, we got a registered nurse that's there at the center, along with certified nursing assistants. We have a dietitian that oversees our facility, as well as a master's degree social worker. So it's an adult day health center. It's not just an adult day center, the average social model that you see. It's a health model that's collaborated with a social model right here in the Cleveland community.
Well, I know when I was in there, they were having a Bible study, and I kind of interrupted that. They were all concerned about who I was and what I was doing there, so I felt kind of bad about that. But it was fun because you had some over there doing some different activities, some were in the Bible study, and so you could see different people doing different things, and everybody was curious about what was coming for lunch. And that was a highlight.
Well, that's the topic of the day.
Yes, well, that's the topic of my mom's day, so I do understand that. Now, when they come, what is the cost to come to your facility? Is it a weekly charge, monthly charge?
Well,
what type of thing do you do?
It can be a daily charge. And what we normally do for private pay individuals is normally like $10 an hour. We cannot pay less than what the state of Tennessee charge. The state of Tennessee, through the Choices program, we are a provider, and we can actually take care of those individuals as well. So $10 an hour is what we do. We can do a half a day up until a full day. So, and we have scholarships as well.
Really?
I have a big fundraiser every year in Chattanooga called the Pearl White Gala. We actually had it last month. And what we do, we provide scholarships for those families who cannot afford that $10 an hour thing that we're doing at the center. So we're able to subsidize some of the costs to make sure that we can take care of anybody that really truly need the service, and you want to keep that loved one at home versus placing them in a nursing home or an assisted living. It gives you an option to take time. A lot of times when people are discharged from a hospital, you're a working employee, and you have to go back to work. Well, you normally would put a loved one in an institution because you really don't have time to make that decision. But with an adult day program that provides some type of scholarships or funding, whether it's federal, state, or local funding, or private pay, long-term care insurance, because we're a licensed facility, we can take all those types of payments at our center. And it's been a blessing for a lot of families to say, I want to keep my loved one at home for just a little while longer. Let's get things together. Even with your paperwork, your finances. A lot of people haven't gotten it together. And you know, the rule is it's a 52-month rule now, where it used to be 36, that you had to transform and put things into other people's names, or they get tied up in all this legal stuff. So it gives you options.
So you say insurance, there's certain types of insurance that will take care of?
A lot of people have long-term care insurance. And adult day care in a licensed facility who has registered nurses can come up with a plan of care and be able to document and show improvement. Those dollars can be utilized for adult day services as well as in-home personal care and assisted living. These are things to keep you from being institutionalized within a nursing home. So it gives you other options. And of course, I'm sure the insurance company want to save dollars. So they're going to utilize those services. But it also increases the quality of life in order to be able to stay at home.
Now, what kind of activities do they do? I remember looking at a calendar, and I remember there were a lot of things on this calendar, but what kind of things do they typically get involved in? I mean, do you take them on trips, or what kind of things do you do with them?
What we try to do, normally a lot of our seniors are people who are dealing with dementia or some form of Alzheimer's. So routine is very important for them. So when they come in the morning, a usual typical day at a day center is socialization. So reading the newspaper, even though it don't come to 3 o'clock, every day we talk about things that's going on in the community. I don't care if they don't remember them or not. That's what we do. Then we do some type of cognitive stimulation. Those are activities or games to stimulate the mind. Some people say, bingo, dominoes, wow. But look how many things you have to use in order to play those games. And then we do the devotion that you saw. For some people, they were very instrumental in their churches. They were ministers, deacons, sung in the choir, whatever. So they get an opportunity to join into that because they can't go to church anymore because of some of the dysfunctional behaviors. And then a mealtime, of course, and then the state requires and we require that we do some form of exercise each and every day to keep that individual active. And then we jump back again with another cognitive stimulation activity in the evening time. And you know what? After that, it's time to go home. Now, we do take them on little fishing trips. We bring, I've had cooks, food service to come in. They were able to do different types of food, and we did taste. We tasted different things such as poultry, the fish, the chicken, and the steak. And they did it right there in our seniors. They really love that. We've had so many people in this community that has really came in, sung for our seniors. I mean, they love to do it. So it's a lot going on at Sharon's Adult Day Center.
Well, that's really, really neat. Now, is there a waiting list or anything like that for anybody to come to your facility?
I am so sorry to say that it's not a waiting list. I would think in 3.5 years that the community would have grabbed this. But hopefully after the day and being on this program, people would get a little bit better knowledge of what's going on at 5212 North Lee Highway.
Okay.
So,
well, good. So you've been here 3.5 years in this facility.
Yes, ma'am.
So what word would you give to our audience to encourage them to come to your facility with their seniors? Because, you know, we're all very protective of our mamas and daddies.
I understand that the people are going through denial, guilt. It's a lot of things that I deal with. I've had my own radio show on here in the city on Mix 104.1 every Saturday morning at 8:30. They can also listen to me at 12 noon every Tuesday on WNOO. It's an AM station. And I'm live every Saturday from 12 to 1 on, it's 96.1 FM, The Beat. And it's a live show where they can call in and ask me questions. Feel a little bit comfortable about it. As well as I have a TV show on Comcast Cable every Saturday and Sunday morning. Check me out at 8:30 in the morning if you got Comcast. I know we got Carter here, but if you got Comcast, check me out.
That's why she's so comfortable on this show.
I know. I was thinking how
I love television. I love educating my community.
There you go.
Caregivers and community connection has been a thing of my heart. My grandmother died with Alzheimer's disease back in 1991, the only grandparent that we had. And I have her picture in every facility that I have. I have an assisted living in Chattanooga, Rosa Sharon Senior Villa. I have Sharon's Adult Day Center here in Cleveland and Chattanooga, and I do in-home personal care. So it's a lot of services that we do, as well as respite. A lot of people don't talk about it, but that's a program where people can get a break for a weekend up to a month in our assisted living facility.
Great. Well, there is a lot to cover, and I think we could probably talk to you for the rest of the show. We're not allowed to.
Okay.
So let's do this, Sharon. Let's wrap up with this. Where is either a contact phone number or an email where they can contact you if they have any questions or want more information?
Where's their website?
Oh, yes. We have a website, very easy, SharonSeniorServices.com. And our number at our Cleveland location is 423-728-5656. Very easy to remember. And our assisted living facility, of course, is 423-822-7673, which means Rose. So you can get me at any of those locations. And our website, they can get me, email address, sjkelly@bellsouth.net. sjkelly with one E at bellsouth.net.
All righty. Well, I encourage you, if you have some seniors and you have questions about how to care for them and maybe where to take them, and you're just looking for some ideas and some information, please contact Sharon, and I know she would be more than happy to help you. And we sure appreciate you coming and talking with us, and we hope that you will really consider taking your mom and dad. I've been there, and it looks like a wonderful facility. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you as well for inviting me. Just want to tell everybody my motto is taking care of those who once took care of you.
That's right. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Hello, I'm Bill Odom.
Hi, and I'm Tammy Odom.
We want to invite you to join us on Joyous Living Today for interviews, testimonies, and gospel music by special guests and Dixie Sunshine.
Right here on WTNB, Sundays at 4 p.m. and Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Jesus, Jesus, the light of the world.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman, and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
Alrighty, welcome back, and we have put a lot of things around the set here. We are with Rick Forshee from Cherokee Pharmacy, and I had gone in and talked to him, and I said, we're doing a Seniors Day. We'd like to find out some things that will make life easier for seniors. So he has brought in a lot of different items to help us out. And I laid claim to this thing right here because my mom had one of these and she loved it because she could shop with it, and then when she was tired she could park it, sit down on it, rest a while, get back up and go again. So Rick, we have all kinds of items here to help our seniors. So we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to let you kind of walk us through some of these things and
these are a lot different
than the
ones they had years ago.
How important they are for the seniors.
Well, the most dangerous place in the home is the bathroom. You know, pretty much every study will tell you that. So we'll start there.
Okay.
Anything from, you know, even after, you know, hip surgery or just any type of mobility disability that you have a raised commode extension. I brought one with the arms. They make them in various and sundry configurations. That one's kind of got a little bit of everything. It has about 5 inches of elevation, which is fairly standard for those. It has the arms to help push back off of, so that's handy. Once you get into the shower, if you're having a hard time standing up as you take a shower, obviously we have a bath bench, we have a handheld shower, grab bars, which do have to be physically attached into the wall, so that does take a little bit more
Now they
work.
make them with suction cups too, right?
They do. There has been some issues with the suction cup type to where if the wall is absolutely perfectly, you know, like glass smooth, they'll attach really well, but there have been some incidents nationwide where people put them up on a wall, didn't get them up exactly right. You're just holding on to it, life is okay, but then they start to slip, and when you really need it, they're pulling that thing off of the wall. So I really don't recommend the suction cup type. And then, you know, people have problems, you know, dressing themselves, and so, you know, things to help you put your socks on, dressing sticks to help you to put your clothes on, reachers to help you get things out of taller cabinets.
Is this your reacher?
That is a reacher, and that will actually telescope out, as it says, up to 44 inches. So you can get up to the top cabinet in your kitchen without any problem.
Shows them
This is
reaching
for
to get
all ages.
That
Yeah.
is
This is for all ages.
shows them reaching to get a glass is what that is.
Yeah,
So.
that is for all
Yeah.
ages. And of
That's
course,
pretty cool.
the four-wheel walker, the rollator, what you have there.
Right.
As you can see, that one's dressed up a little bit different. Most of them that you
Very
see are just
fancy.
basic black. They're beginning to do things so the individual can express themselves a little bit. I was feeling jungly today, so
Okay.
I brought the leopard print. We've got the small bag that's there that's laying in the seat for you.
Right.
That will attach pretty much to any walker. Got a large bag, same thing.
And same thing with the large bag that attaches to this, right?
It will attach to that, to any
Okay.
walker, actually attached to a wheelchair as well.
Okay.
Something that not a lot of people think about, if you are living at home and you are using a walker such as that, or if you're using a cane, and you come in and it's after dark, of course it's getting darker earlier every
Right.
day, then they actually make a flashlight that will attach to your cane, to your walker, just to kind of light your pathway up.
That's
through
a great
there.
idea.
And again, none of this, the little accessory stuff, most of that stuff is $10 to $15 to $20, something like that. So it's not a real expensive thing.
Right.
And then a lot of people, obviously as you age, arthritis is an issue. And so I brought the built-up utensil set that has a rocker knife. They don't have to worry about trying to saw through a piece of meat. You can just lay it up and just kind of rock it through the meat.
Really?
And then the build-up handles for the knife and fork and spoon.
Well, I've never even heard of that.
That's why I'm here.
And then you brought this. which I
That
think-
is just an elongated shoe horn. If you have a hard time getting down to your feet, just an easier way to slide your shoes on. It just an arm extender. And of course, those are just your basic walking canes. This one has an offset handle, and they're making them in various prints. They make everything from, and again, I was feeling leopardy today, so I had to bring that. So they make them in, quote, manly prints. They'll camouflage. They'll have one in camouflage. They'll have dogs. They'll have cats. They'll have flowers, butterflies, celestial. I mean, just you name it. There's something out there for everyone to just add. If you've got to use a cane, you might as well
have some personality.
Have a little pizzazz to it as you're using the cane.
Absolutely.
My mom broke her hip
Okay.
a year and a half ago, and we were in Florida when it happened. Came home, and she had to go through the whole rehab, and at 70 plus, I'm looking at all of these, and so many of them look familiar because we had to go out and get her, the
All
bath
these things.
chair, the thing to put the socks on, because she had to learn to use this to put her socks on. There's so many of this that that we had to get for her to rehabilitate with her, and the grab bars and
pretty much any
but this was
disability
very
that you would
important.
have, any ailment that you would have, you're not the first one, regardless of sometimes you feel like that. You were talking to the lady earlier about Alzheimer's, and you think, I'm the only one that's going through. No, you're not.
Right.
There's been, countless others that's went through it, and for whatever would make your life easier, somebody's probably pretty much thought of that.
Right.
And there is something out there to help you, regardless of what it is. Even something as obviously as personal as toileting. They make bendable extender, toilet tissue holders. There's just a little bit of everything out there. So don't think that you're the only one. Obviously, use us as a resource. We're more than happy to help. If it's something that we don't do, I'm glad to find somebody who can help you with.
Well, one thing I noticed when I first met you, and I had gone in with him, and one of the things this summer we had bought my mom, you were going to try to bring one, you couldn't find it, was a plate guard. And so it's a ring that goes around the plate, because with her being paralyzed on one side, she scoops the food across it and just goes off the plate. Well, the plate guard is like a curve that goes over the plate, so she scoops it up against that curve and it lands on her spoon, and then she eats. And up until that point, we were feeding her, and it was frustrating her no end that she was not allowed to feed herself. And she just, sometimes she'd just take that food from us and just throw it, and because she'd be mad. You know, and now she can scoop it across her heart's content and do what she wants to. And that's how we kind of started our conversation. And you wouldn't think something as simple as just a plate guard would make her feel so much better about herself. And
well, people think about
and we didn't even know about that. It was the pharmacist. We're like, you know, here's the situation. And he pulled out this catalog, and this catalog, it was truly as wide as this thing right here, full of things that you would never even think of. And we poured over that thing and started finding different things that would just help her out.
I mean, everything from large print playing cards.
Yes.
People like to play cards, and you know, they're like me, you're visually impaired to some degree. Then if I can hold it far enough away from me, I'm good. But you know, just things of that nature. They have page turners to where if it hurts your hands, even to turn a page of a book. You know, it's just almost like the little pointers that your professors in college used or whatever, but it's got a little rubber tip on it, so you can turn the page of a book without, hurting your arthritic fingers. So, again, it doesn't matter what the issue is. There's something out there to make your life a little bit better.
Is there a section in your store where all this stuff can be found, or do people have to hunt around different areas?
We have basically the pharmacy. We're in the old Slotsky's building up on the corner. The pharmacy is in what was the restaurant part. We've obviously completely remodeled it. All the pharmacy items are there. The new back section, the part that was built on, that houses all of our medical equipment, medical uniforms, things of that nature.
Right. And then, of course, if they want to order something from you, typically how long does it take for an order to come in if somebody needs something?
2-3 days is a very good, about 95% of the time. Even something like a lift chair, which I keep a lot of lift chairs, on the floor. But I might have a brown, a blue, a burgundy. You might want a green. You might want a different style than what I have on the floor at that time. Normally within 2 to 5 days, that thing is here. And of course, we deliver those out, set them up in the home. We install stair lifts. If you live in a home that, like mine, where the bedrooms are upstairs, and you get where you can't go up and down the stairs, then this thing basically comes in and bolts down to the tread of your staircase. You sit down, throw a switch, and just glide up to the top. And there, again, everything, there's something out there to help everyone, and in most cases, independence is a lot less expensive than you think.
Okay. Now, do you do the billing on this? I know this kind of stuff is always what is covered through insurance, what is covered, does the doctor, do you help them with that? Because I know this is a mountain of mess here.
We have a absolute, complete billing office there. We do everything in-house, and most insurances will cover a lot of things. Pretty much every insurance company takes their medical policies from Medicare. They're the largest insurer on planet Earth, and so if something is generally a non-covered item by Medicare, it's generally a non-covered item by private insurances. Okay. But yes, we take care of all of the billing in-house. Yes, ma'am.
Great, great. Well, obviously, if you've got questions for your senior, or you've got some items that you need, or you know what, you got a senior and you don't know what you need for them, kind of like we were, then I suggest you go see him, and Rick will be glad to sit down with you, pour through some of those magazines, talk about everything they have in the store. And I'll tell you what, there are so many more things that he can get for you than even what's in that store.
Yes.
That would really assist your seniors in being able to live in a much happier way than what they've been able to do thus far. So go to Cherokee Pharmacy, as you said, it was in the old Slotsky's building, and stop by and see him, and just do something special for your senior citizen. So we really appreciate you being on, bringing all of this, and I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for being with us.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Stop and get him a cup of coffee.
That's right, you can get a cup of coffee.
Get a cup of coffee. They got good coffee.
Great local sports right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television. Keep up to date on all your Walker Valley sports news Wednesdays with the Walker Valley Sports Zone. Get a behind-the-scenes look at all the local high school area football with the pregame Thursdays at 10. And it's a Friday night tradition. Football Friday, every Friday night at 11 o'clock, right here on WTNB East Tennessee Television.
Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast in Cleveland, is the place to find quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Kyle offers on-the-spot financing on all vehicles on the lot. Each pre-owned vehicle goes through a complete inspection to make sure each car and truck meets the Kyle Motors standard. Warranty and extended warranties available on all vehicles. Kyle Motors will sell you a car or truck that you will be proud to drive for many years to come. See Tony, Bill, Dale, James, or David and let them put you in your next quality pre-owned vehicle. Kyle Motors, 802 20th Street Southeast. Phone 790-7100.
At Crawford Pharmacy, we offer custom compounding. Our pharmacists are known for their attention to detail and unique expertise. So visit us at 2260 Chambliss Avenue, Cleveland, Tennessee. For personal assistance, walk right in or come up to our convenient drive-thru. Crawford Pharmacy, serving our community one person at a time.
Has your disability application been denied? Are you frustrated with the administration's processing of your claim? Do you feel as though the administration simply does not understand why you cannot work? You're not alone. My name is Matthew Coleman and I'm an attorney representative. I find that many of my clients share these concerns and others. As a representative, it's my job to communicate your claim to the administration in a language that they can understand. As an attorney, it's my duty to fight for the disability benefits that you deserve. Come talk to me. The Social Security Law Center at Logan Thompson, PC.
Featuring some of the South's most scenic views, the Mountain View Inn has been a landmark in the Cleveland community for over 40 years. Our executive guest quarters with flat-screen TVs and excellent bedding will make any guest comfortable. Carrie's Restaurant is one of Cleveland's favorite, with one of the best buffets around.
Hello, and on behalf of the Hughes family, thank you for so many years of your business and your friendship.
Town Americana, where trucks are big and bold, and a handshake is firm, and your word is gold. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens is a $2,000 drive. Maybe you're coming from here or here, doesn't matter. Buying a truck from Don Ledford in Athens will save you at least $2,000 bucks. Don Ledford Chevy Buick GMC in Athens, a $2,000 drive worth making.
I'll take that drive every time.
Alrighty, we are back. We are with our third and final guest for today. This is Sharon Westfield of the Senior Center, which is over by the YMCA. I think that's the best way to name the location so that everybody will remember it. And what we'd like to do is have her talk a little bit about her facility today also. We've heard from the other, Sharon's Adult Daycare, so we'll hear from the Senior Center and talk about both programs, and you can talk about what you do there, and people will probably know your location a little bit better just because you're right next to the Y. Joe, again, we do have some pictures of the facility, so if you can pull those up for us. And Sharon, you can tell us a little bit about the facility, and we'll get started right here. I know that's the puzzle room.
Okay, that's the puzzle room. And we have people come in the morning. We open at 8 o'clock, and they come in at 8 o'clock and stay to 4:30 doing puzzles.
Wow.
They went to the bingo now. We have bingo. That's our dining area there,
Right.
and that's the room that we do nearly all of our activities in. We do our dances there. We do our special speaking there. We do exercise every morning there from 8:45 to 9 o'clock. It's a low impact exercise, and we have like 30 to 40 people come for that every morning. And the pool room, that's our biggest go right now. We have men waiting at the door at 7:30, and they'll stay until you tell them to leave.
And how many pool tables have you got in there? Because I remember
I think we have 6.
You had a lot of pool tables.
We have a snooker table. That's the #1 table that everybody wanted to play on.
Okay.
And we have the biggest pool room in Cleveland.
I believe it.
They went down to the pool hall in Cleveland, and then those guys come back up to our pool room and want to pay for free. But anyway, they come in, they play, and they complain to them because we have everybody coming in our pool room. But we do have 6 tables, and they play all day long. And we have women playing pool just like our men. So that's really good.
Yeah, that is good. I know when I was there, it was all men in there playing, and they all looked at me for taking pictures and wanted to know what I was doing. And
our ladies don't come and stay as late. They don't come as early as the men. They come midday, and they might stay to 4.
How early do you open?
We open at 8 o'clock and stay open to 4 every day.
7 days a week?
No,
Okay.
5 days a week.
5 days a week,
and,
okay.
The first thing they do, well, they have refreshments. We have breakfast like 3 and 4 times. We have sponsors that bring breakfast in.
But they can come in at any time. If they want to come at 1, can they come? Or
You can come in any time of the day you want to. Our biggest clients is in, like, we have a nutrition site there also. You pay $1 or $1.50 to eat every day. The only requirement is that you have to come and sign up. And our meals are from Chattanooga, so you have to sign up the day before. Okay. So we have like 3 different Settler buses that bring, we have 2 county and 1 city. Well, all those people that come in on the bus, they're lunch people. So they come in at lunch. So they come in at 8:30 and they stay on lunch is at 11:30. Then they come back about 12 and pick them up. So, and they're not the only one. We have like served like sometimes 50 meals a day.
Really?
And it's for people, you can come and eat if you come and sign up.
What's the age to use the?
The age for the senior center, you have to be 60 years old. Let me back up. You have to be 55 to join. You can join at 55, but you have to be 60 years old to eat.
Okay.
And when you come, if you come and you're 55 and we have extra, we'll feed you.
Okay.
But most of the time, you have to be 60 to eat. And like I said, it comes from Chattanooga. And most of the time it's a hot meal. Sometimes it's a cold meal. But anyway, we have people coming from the YMCA to eat with us.
Really?
And then go back to the Y.
When you say sign up, is there a cost to sign up?
The senior center, our membership is $10 a year. $10 a
So
year.
they could come all year and just pay $10?
You pay $10 once a year every July.
And then $1 for
and
a meal.
$1 a day for meals. And that's all you have to do. And you can come on Mondays. After exercises every day, okay. But on Mondays, every Monday for sure, and every Friday. Every Monday is gospel singing.
Okay.
And we have different facilities, like Sharon's daycare brings some of theirs in sometimes. Wellerton bring theirs in. Different nursing homes and assisted living homes bring theirs in just for gospel singing. It's a given every Friday. It's bingo. That's one of our biggest days. They come in. And then we have different people like Eagles Home Care come in once a month, and they play bingo with them. We have Eagles Home Care, East Tennessee Home Care, and hospice come in twice a month to do blood pressures. So we have different people to come in, different speakers. We have doctors, and we had someone last week to come in from Chattanooga to talk about arthritis. And that was a big go, because I think we all had arthritis.
Yeah. Do you have medical people on staff?
We have people that can, assist on staff. We do have nurses that come in. We have bridge every Tuesday at 12:30. That's our biggest group of people. It goes sometime from 150 to 200 people.
Really?
In the afternoon. They come in at 12:30. Then on Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night, line dancing. We have about 35 ladies that come in just for line dancing.
How fun.
And then
you got to be 55.
Wednesday, no, you can sign up. No, you don't have to be. You can come in and line dance and don't have to be 55. But we have people that come in for just dances. Like yesterday we had a dance at 10 o'clock in the morning. Today we had gospel singing. Then after gospel singing we had CD spinning. So we have something every day. It's not a day go by that we don't have something. But we're having a big dance in about 2 weeks at night. We have one like once a month. We'll have a big dance, and it's where we invite the community to come in as a fundraiser.
Is it like a formal? I mean, not dressed up as a formal, but is it more like ballroom dancing or what?
No, we did have ballroom dancing too.
I bet some of those people would be good.
Ballroom dancing is really, really. We're trying to put a program together where we can have ballroom they like ballroom, waltzing, and of course they like bluegrass better than anything. But we're going to, during Christmas time, we will have, we usually have the big band to come in, and you do dress up. The men come in their tuxedos.
How
and
fun.
That's something really big for them. But we're going to have the 14th of December, we're having our regular Christmas party, and we have to move it to Bradley High School, and we'll have about, we always have 500 to 550 seniors down there.
And in the evening,
and
is
the community give them a big turkey dinner, and then they give big prizes away. I mean, last year they gave away TVs, recliners,
Oh my goodness,
microwaves.
See what you have to look forward to, Regina?
I'm almost there.
You need to come. We do have the younger ones that come in there and want to stay there, you know, with us when we're having our dances and things. So it's a lot going on at the senior center.
Now, is your senior center set up in such a way that are your seniors a little bit healthier? They don't have some of the physical problems of some of the other care facilities in town?
In order to come to the Senior Activity Center, you must be independent, able to take care of yourself. As long as you can go to the bathroom and eat, you can come.
Okay.
On your own. But we have people that, you know, some of them have Alzheimer's, but not. I'll tell you, I've been the director there. This is going into my second year, and we've been taking in people with the beginning of Alzheimer's, and you can tell a difference in their, the way they think, the way they do things.
Sure.
Because like Sharon said, playing bingo, playing checkers, doing the puzzles, just getting alert. We have people that come there just specifically for the program sometimes, but we have the group, one group that come just for the fellowship. They come every day to sit and talk to their friends that, you know, they would otherwise be home.
Yeah.
Right.
We had National Senior Center Month last month in September, and we had both mayors there, and they brought us a proclamation. Well, we had all the seniors there to write up why they came there, and it was just heartbreaking that someone said, well, if we didn't have the senior center, I wouldn't have anywhere to go. Some of them put in there, they said, because they meet people there. We've had 2 weddings there.
Oh, how sweet.
Wow.
So it's really a place for them to come and just feel like they feel like family, feel like ownership, you know.
That's awesome.
And it's just like when they leave, everybody comes say bye, bye, and they can't wait to get back to. They sitting on the bus waiting for me down like.
I have heard great things. And do you have community volunteers to come in and help you?
We have volunteers in the kitchen. We have volunteers we have a little computer. Some of them can't write really well, so we have a computer now that they just come in and push their little card through. And we have volunteers at the front desk. We have about 30 volunteers. It's just awesome. And we have people from Cleveland State that come in, different organizations come in.
Well, that's wonderful.
It is.
Well, boy, that went fast, didn't it? Our time is up.
Is it over?
Well, it's not over. We want to encourage you to go over and look at the Senior Center. It sounds like a lot of fun, a lot of activities, and if you're a senior and you're sitting at home wondering what you can do, I think that you need to contact the Senior Center. And Sharon Westfield, I'm sure she can hook you up with some things. And this is Doc Carball with Keller Williams. My slogan is, if you want an opportunity to knock, talk to Doc. And this is Regina, and she is glad to be here today, and she's looking forward to being a senior citizen. And Sharon, we will make sure they give you a call. And we just thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you next time.
I am a senior.